Yo, what is up, guys? Joker bringing you another video for Path of Exile. This time going over the Legacy of Phercia event announcement that we received yesterday at this point, I want to say, or just earlier today. My concept of time is really bad right now. But in case you're unaware, this is the event that we're getting to hold us over until 3.26. Originally, this event was going to be something really small, just a placeholder, just a bunch of one-off, like one-shots, stuff that never got developed enough to actually make it into a game. Since the response from the player base has been overwhelmingly positive, they decided to actually allocate more resources into it. And they actually came back with a lot of stuff. I wasn't expecting the event to actually go this in depth, so I'm going to cover the entire thing, but then I'm planning on making at least 6 or 7 more videos before next Thursday when the league starts. So let's go ahead and play this video and take a look.
Before the goddess of justice, you are worthy. Embrace our gifts and rise
Now, in case you're unaware, the main gimmick is the fact that every single ascendancy is different.
ascendant. For there's nothing quite so enticing as ascendancy.
Right? So 19 alternate ascendancies. Something really cool that came along with this as well is GGG has announced that they are making these ascendancies in option for private leagues, right? So you could host a private league with these ascendancies if you would like in the future. I think it's as soon as the event drops, like after that. I don't believe you can do it before it, but it might be at the same time as well. And we're going to be making a video going over the different chunks, right? Like the Ranger chunk, the Marauder chunk, the Duelist chunk, Templar. Why am I saying chunks? Ascendancies, right? We're going to go ahead and go over all of these sets of 3 ascendancies in their own videos and give like my impressions of what I think you can really do with them. But yeah, as you can see, there is an insane amount of new ascendancies. Well, there's 19 new ascendancies. And my favorite part is a lot of them look insanely overpowered, right? A lot of them seem to be incredibly strong, something that you would expect from a temporary league, something that is insanely broken. You'll see that in my breakdown videos, but these classes are just I'm honestly impressed, right? I know a lot of it is reused assets. The nodes that are on the ascendancies are essentially nodes from other items, but it's really cool because of the fact that it allows you to not have to waste the item slot that you would normally have to get these unique benefits. So the ascendancies are actually really, really cool in my opinion. Even though it is just repurposed nodes for the most part, the fact that I'm not having to waste inventory space for these or equipment space is what I meant to say for these is really, really good. On top of the fact, they altered the end game, right? This seems like something they might be testing out for Path of Exile too. They are removing the Atlas for this temporary league, the Atlas passive tree, and they're giving us these idols and this little box that you can fill in, and these essentially work as super compasses is the best way that I can put it. I'm going to definitely have another video going over that change. Super Bowl weekend really threw me off, right? I'm a couple of days behind on everything. So I'm going to try to knock out a bunch of videos like back to back to back to back. But I'm going to have a video over this alternate ending. But essentially, TLDR, like I was mentioning, these are like super compasses and they're influencing your maps that way. As well as we do have the stash tab affinities for it, right? Where we are able to cycle between 3 different setups. This is amazing. If this ever goes away, I will be so sad. Oh, on top of the fact that they went ahead and they're giving us a full set of armor, and instead of some bullshit 40 out of 40 requirement to get a full set, you're only having to hit level 80, which is super easy to do in Path of Exile as long as you have a little bit of knowledge or you follow a decent build. You're going to hit level 80 within 12 hours usually, if you're an experienced player. If you're newer, it may take you a little bit longer. But I actually like the armor set. It does look pretty cool. Nothing too flashy, but it's a reward, right? And then they show the announcement 12 p.m. February 20th PST. So it's about noon on next Thursday. So recapping it, the Legacy of Phercia event is an Ascendancy swap mini league where essentially every one of the 19 ascendancies got changed to something else. So the core classes, the Ranger, Marauder, Shadow, Witch, Duelist, Templar, Scion, all have completely new ascendancies. And the ascendancies are insane. Like if we go ahead and take a look at the new Scion, just as an example, look at some of this shit. Chaos damage can ignite, shock, and shield. You have the Fury Valve, you have the Tainted Pact, you have Stasis Prison, Cloak of Flame. Like, and this is just on your ascendancy. You're not. This is so many potential good, unique items that you're able to use just for free. I mean, look, fucking Leadership's Price, Death Rush, like so many of these items are so good. And the rest of the ascendancies have pretty cracked things in them as well. I'm a really big fan of the fact that they decided to give us rewards that are easily obtainable, right? Instead of like that one box, the one mystery box that they usually give for mini events, they're giving out a whole armor set, which is really good in my opinion. On top of the fact that you do only have to reach a level 80, like I was mentioning, and this is going to be transferable. Yeah, transferable, right? So as it says here, you can use it in Path of Exile 2 as well if you do play both games. So by just playing this mini league for a little bit, you get another set of MTX armor that's working that you can use in Path of Exile 2. And there's not a whole ton of armor sets that are actually working in Path of Exile 2 right now. So this is going to be really cool there. On top of that, they're giving us a additional drop in the form of a Twitch drop, right? If you go ahead and watch between the 20th and 27th, you're going to receive the Havenwood Cloak. Now, would I like it if it was more than just one reward? Would I like it if they did it like a weekly thing, like the 20th through the 27th, you get this, the whatever next 7 days you get this, next 7 days you get this, giving us like a total of 4 rewards to kind of make up for the mistake. I definitely would appreciate it because in my opinion this is what this league is this mini league getting further fleshed out and further developed is GGG's acknowledgement that they made a mistake by prioritizing Path of Exile 2 purely, right? They realized that they never should have took everyone off of Path of Exile 1. People do make mistakes, however, so I can't really hold it against them that much. Everyone does fuck up, and especially with transitions of power, which GGG seems to be going through, right? I remember back in the day, everything was led by Chris, and now Jonathan seems to be the head game dev for both Path of Exile 1 and Path of Exile 2. I haven't really seen anyone else say anything, so he's pretty much the voice of the people now. So anytime there is like a transition of power like that, there is usually a little bit of difficulty, right? But really cool. I'm really happy with the Legacy of Phercia event since it is way more fleshed out than I originally thought. We're going to be making a video going over the idol system. I'm assuming that they're testing this for Path of Exile 2 in game. And I'm perfectly okay with that. Like, I'm 100% okay with that because it gives me something to do in Path of Exile. It gives me a brand new economy. It gives me a brand new system to engage with and min max in. And hey, if they do port it over to Path of Exile 2, then I have an advantage because I know how it works, right? But yeah, that's pretty much it. We're going to have videos on this, and then we're going to have videos on each of these ascendancy chunks. And I keep calling them chunks. I don't know why. Each of these little blocks of ascendancies going over the new ascendancies, probably which I think is the best ascendancy for each. I mean, I have the most experience with Ranger, so like 90% of my characters are rangers, right? Deadeyes, wardens, like 90% of my characters are rangers. Um, so even Raider, like I've had several Raiders before Raider became Warden. So I mostly played Ranger. That's like, I guess, my specialty. I'm most familiar with that part of the tree. So these are probably going to be the ones I have the biggest opinion on. Since I haven't really played these other ascendancies that much, I don't know off the top of my head what's in their areas that well, right? Especially after all these other ARPGs I've been playing recently. I'm definitely going to have to go into POB and like take a look and see, like, start theory crafting because I actually probably want to try to play more than one of these, honestly. I'm probably going to be playing this until we get zero point 0.2 for Path of Exile 2 because I do want to test that as well. And then we have Last Epoch Season 2. I want to test that as well. So I'm going to be playing this until then, next couple of months. I was planning on playing Monster Hunter, but I guess I'm not doing that. But yeah, I'm ending this video. It's way too long. I just started ranting. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to stay up to date with this and future content. And until next time, take care.